Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and or good night, depending on where you are in the world today. Welcome back to your Friday evening's entertainment. It is, of course, our Vampire the Requiem 2nd edition campaign. Chronicle, Chronicle, New London After Dark, episode 6. Without further ado, let us unmute the masses and catch up, because it's been a few.
Controlled or
Thomas Riley.
Or is it Thrall?
Thrall dominated.
Thrall or puppeted?
Are we theory crafting? Am I missing it?
No,
Oh,
not for your ears.
Mostly recapping.
okay, all right.
Yeah, mute back up, saying we're not finished yet.
Scheming. It's scheming, I tell you. Hi.
Never.
It's been a few.
Farm, there's gonna be cows outside.
How are we doing?
Tired, warm, smoked out.
That's you're suffering from the Canadian wildfires.
Canadian wildfires.
Yeah.
Smoke.
I feel bad for them, honestly. With as bad as the smoke that we're getting, it's gotta be so much worse for them.
Is it? I've honestly not seen anything. Or the only words are going to be very hard today. The only
words
thing
are hard every day.
It's just exceptionally hard today. The only time, I wasn't even aware that it was a thing until you guys started talking about it, and I was like, oh, let me.
Yeah, we've had some of the worst air quality in the world past couple days.
That's crazy.
I didn't know it was a thing until I looked out the window during lunch and saw the sky looked like a nicotine stain.
Oh,
It
Gross.
was grody.
Are you guys all in the same kind of area, right?
Not sure how close to Michigan Queso is.
I'm on the eastern corner of Connecticut, so
Okay.
not super, but I've never been good at geography.
So, yeah, like East Coast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, so a little bit.
North of New York.
Yeah.
Okay, so it has been a few. So how smoke inhalation aside, we good?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a few collectively, right? We've been playing other games still, but okay.
Fridays are just poor timing.
Yeah, it's not been that great.
Sorry, Saturday for Sue.
Yeah, I exist in a different time zone. Don't mind me.
The future. It's in the future.
The future.
We know this. Okay, well, I guess we should look at doing some admin first of all. And we don't have any community beats for last session, so apologies. But we do have a tie when it comes to table beats. So I guess that kind of makes up for it, because it will be a beat for Jordan, and it will also be a beat for Caligo as well. So congratulations,
Little old
guys.
us.
Just
my
listen, it's
God.
something that you guys vote for, so it's fine. Now
Me and
then.
Sass conspiring to vote for each other.
I didn't vote for either of us, so
Neither did I.
It's fine. I believe there was a group beat last session as well,
I think so.
which I think you
Yeah,
guys
there
should
was.
already have taken into consideration. If not, then add another one. How are we
Yeah.
looking for XP at the moment?
That
I got my second XP just for showing up today. That's about it.
That's
the
true.
XP.
You get an XP for being here. Congratulations, Sass. You
beat.
get a beat for. You don't get an XP for being here. You get a beat for being here. Fucking hell, that would be horrific. Can you imagine?
That would
beatings for
throw
everybody.
out of control.
Yep.
Honestly,
Joe.
these are such short little narratives that XP for being here is not bad either.
I mean,
Eh.
it's. I reckon we're. So I was trying to sort of figure out pace wise where we were out, and I would say where we're at even. I'd say we're approximately, like nearly a third of the way through. So maybe a bit longer than previous ones that we've done, but we're progressing quite significantly. Okay. So does anyone have any XP to spend? Hang on. It's been a while. Did anyone have any aspirations met in the last session? That's
I can't remember. I'd have to ask.
One yes,
remember what we did.
two.
What were your aspirations then, Sammy?
Using my social skills to sway someone and use my intelligence to help further the investigation. I can't actually remember what we did last time. Hang on. Besides being called a prostitute, I don't remember anything
You
else.
scienced real good last session, so I'd say you did that.
Okay. At least I got a beat.
And I guess you did distract the secretary. And really, we're a real boon to Alexander's reputation at the precinct.
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
That is gonna be the fucking office
Everyone's
gossip
like-
for a while.
Everyone's like, how the fuck did he pull that?
Yeah, that's true. So it sounds like two beats for yourself.
Awesome.
I got obtain a map of the sewers, which you got at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not sure if this counts, but research families with possible Nazi connections. I'm not sure we got that far into it.
No, I
We
think that's
got-
kind of the plan for this session, or at least part
Yeah.
of it.
I think we're gonna try and chase that down with Boss
Corsetti.
Lady's resources.
Yeah.
Corsetti, thank you. I couldn't remember the name.
The two names were Casper Bleacher and Dr. William. Dr.
Wilhelm
Kruger.
Kruger.
Wilhelm Kruger. They totally do not sound like German, potentially Nazi names at all.
Isn't one of these names an actual German scientist?
I think it was Googled after the
Kruger.
effect, and it was a happy coincidence that there was someone else.
Bleacher was an actual Nazi intelligence officer, a very successful one.
I think Kruger was a very common name too, isn't it?
I just think of Freddy Krueger, so to be honest.
Freddy Krueger. I mean,
That's what I think
Did-
of every time I hear it. So.
committed crimes probably could be compared to a Nazi too. It's true.
Potentially. It was pretty aggressive. Okay, anyone else?
Yeah, I had don't fuck up with Santiago. In parentheses, positive human interactions are hard.
Fair. I mean, yeah. Extra difficult for yourself, absolutely.
Quote for the audience: licks nips nervously.
That was Santiago.
Right.
There was a Frederick Wilhelm Kruger that was a high-ranking Nazi official.
Ready?
God damn.
I didn't get any.
Okay. That makes it easy. Okay, so those of you who did get beats, have you gained sufficient XP to spend? Well, I suppose if any one of you got sufficient XP to spend, are you spending it? If so, what on?
Yes, but not spending.
Not spending. There we go.
Okay.
Saving up.
I am saving out.
Merits 2, right?
Merits are 1 per dot. Skills are 2.
Skills are 2.
Thank you for the reminder. I will open up my rulebook.
I was just wondering if it's just fuck it and just spend the last point in resources and get that to rank 5.
Fucking rich as hell, man.
You do some insider trading and is really paying off.
You're gonna buy the bar for yourself.
Yeah. He secretly is the owner. He's just been quiet about it this whole time. Yeah, so in terms of costs, an attribute is 4 per dot, merit is 1 XP per dot, skill specialty is 1 XP, an actual skill is 2, clan disciplines 3, and out of clan disciplines, so something outside the few that you have assigned to your particular clan, is 4. A Call of the Dragon within your chosen mystery is 3. Call of the Dragon outside is 4. Kind of similar thing. If you wanted to take an additional crack, that's 4. I don't think any of you got crack, actually.
It's the crone stuff, right?
Yeah.
Crack and even sorcery are 4.
Yeah, they're essentially to do the magic-y bits, it's 4. Although
dip into mage.
Yeah, a ritual is 2. A Scale of the Dragon is 2. Humanity is 2. Blood potency is 5. And a lost willpower dot is.
I lost any willpower yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right. If you're all saving, that's fine. That makes things quite. God damn it! Fucking quote is in bold. Words were hard last session, I believe. Is that not what where that came from? I can't remember. Probably. Okay, so let's do a recap. Unless I've missed anything, feel free to remind me. My brain is a little frazzled. It's been a few weeks, okay, guys. It's been a heavy couple of weeks. So, at the start of the last session, there was it says that Callagher remembers hearing of an obscure reference to ancient bloodlines. However, Jordan, even more strangely, remembered a reference to the letters VII and wrote that on their board. I think you tapped into some like ancestry magic or some remembrance through the bloodlines kind of thing.
Yeah,
it wasn't in the right place, but it certainly added to the nuance of the board. You seem to recall a place that you personally had never been to, and on a sandstone wall written in a script that you didn't know, but you were somehow able to read. You read about descendants of a king brought to ruin in a long-forgotten land. A pact had been broken, and the transgressions of those who broke it were to be wreaked on forevermore. You guys were like, cool, let's Google that shit. And then you were like, wait a minute. with vampires or kindred, and anything like that possibly might trigger something, and we're supposed to be keeping things on the hush-hush.
My TikTok followers, they must know.
Right. So Alexa agreed. Yep.
They like the agreed. It's hilarious to me.
You guys then split up to go and do some investigations, with Alexander and Seraphine going to the police station and Jordan and Caligo going to City Hall. At the police station, which I think we were at for most of the session, there was a little interaction at the desk where the desk officer believed that Alexander had the only way he could be bringing in someone that was as striking as Seraphine was essentially if she was a sex worker. It says low-key not entirely off base. I didn't say that.
I think that means that it's a relevant thought because no one would.
It's fine. I'm just commenting on Sass's notes here. That's all. Although Sass has a tendency to write notes in character, so we'll let that fly. You basically were like, cool, where's Santiago? They was there. You'd been working for Spaghetti? What the fuck? Corsetti? Basically keeping the investigation on hold whilst you were good looking into it. And they were basically like, what the fuck is going on here? You're making progress. What do you need? You did some testing on the samples that you had. You basically did some investigating, some science on the bloods, and found that there was some matches to some of the individuals that you were looking into or were aware of. Excuse me. The human sample you had, this would be from the scalp and the hair that was heavily impacted into the wall outside the bar, is on file and was definitely tied to the disappearing children case. It appeared to be the sample of Thomas Riley. He is a father of one of the children that went missing. You are aware that essentially through your investigations and reenactment of the events, he was concussed, he noted to have blacked out, and it was marked as suspicious. The non-human sample, so this would be, I think you got this from the nail that was embedded in the tree, yes. I want to say. You managed to sort of check it out a little bit, obviously without trying to flag the kindred elements of it, and it was about a 60% match to one of the missing children, the one Frederick. You guys left, and we moved over to the other scene in the city hall, where you guys walked in. It was open to the public. It seems like it's a 24-hour affair. You basically walked in. Now, I imagine this is like the next generation kind of holodeck kind of arch that they summon up. So if you're a Trekkie nerd, you know what I'm talking about, to kind of look at. But you basically got helped by an AI assistant that directed you to some physical archives after inquired as to where the record you were looking for would likely be. You searched around and eventually found the archives. The area you were looking for, I believe you were trying to eliminate like an above ground area to investigate that linked to the sewers, at least. I think that was the purpose of it. But you found an area that essentially had been marked as medical waste, and it was tied to an individual name. This is where you got the names Casper Bleacher, and then after the war there's no sign of it at all. You did find on a computer, I think it was like an old where you look on the film type computer, that you found, I think it was a ledger basically where the Bleacher was an officer in the occupying forces, and the the land in question had been signed over to a Dr. Kruger, who was active during the war and the occupation as well. You did find a map to the sewers, and I don't know about that. But that was pretty much where we left things off. I think you guys were planning with this information in tow to see if you could find some further information about the named individuals, given your connections to... Oh my god, excuse me, Corsetti. She owns a museum, is a private collector and all that. So that is pretty much where we will cut things off today, unless there are any questions or clarification needed.
Don't think so.
I will take the...
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I'll take the silence as an opportunity to swig some very hot coffee. Try not to burn myself. Success. Okay.
GG.
So, you guys were planning to meet up, I believe, before you go to Corsetti's place. So, we can assume that you meet up downtown. You're not too far away from each other. You have access to the equivalent of WhatsApp these days, and easily would be able to sort of coordinate. Now, you only just added that, though. That's why I wasn't going to read it. I saw you furiously typing that shit as I was reading them out. It's like, nope.
The only two people that can effectively communicate over any amount of distance is Seraphine and Jordan.
I believe so.
I believe we're sharing an umbrella.
Although I think that Alexander's inability to communicate is that they're still using a Nokia 3310 held together with duct tape, as opposed to an actual...
I have a more recent phone than that. Yeah. Thank you.
It's Jordan and Seraphine messaging each other.
Like, Alexander's still on the
trying to
dizzying...
get...
Sorry.
Since Jordan was driving, I ended up taking the phone.
Yeah. I think Alexander's still on the dizzying highs of 2G on the mobile.
Yeah, and we're walking in the rain with our umbrella, his giant ass umbrella, which I'm pretty sure is probably a beach umbrella.
I think it was Jordan's.
Or a golf one.
Stole Jordan's umbrella out of the car.
The car.
I believe you had arranged to go to Corsetti for either midnight or kind of like 2 a.m, something late on.
Yeah.
I think it was around midnight.
Around midnight it was.
Okay. We'll assume that you're probably around 11 o'clock. Are you wanting to just go straight there? Or is there anything you wish to do? Obviously, the two groups have been working independently, so notes-wise you're aware, but character-wise probably need to elaborate.
I feel like Caligo can fill them in, and Seraphine and Alexander can do the same on the way there while Jordan drives.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you, I'll probably end up picking you up along the way.
Yeah, it pulls up and goes, "Get in."
Woof, woof. Get in, bitches, we're going shopping.
Seraphine will
That's
get
a
in.
reference, right?
Be like, apparently the precinct now thinks Alexander and I are dating.
Whoa, way to go, Alexander. You stud.
Caligo looks speechless.
And you can just see the look on Seraphine's face as she looks at Caligo like, whatever. Like, she just, whatever.
Which of you should be offended?
Alexander probably looks pleased as punch.
I don't know. I think Seraphine's used to this kind of treatment regardless of where she goes. personally.
She's very
Would
new
you-
to being a kindred, so it's
I
still
think
very
all
new.
of us are
some of them.
relatively new to being kindred.
She's like new, like she's like toddler
Except
new.
So what have you discovered? The precinct.
Oh.
Nothing? Cool. Anyway.
I do remember some things. We did. What's his name? The dude. He was promised. Whoever he's working for, I think it's from. He's working for Caligo.
Santiago.
Whoever he's working for was had a certain reward dangled in front of him. You know, that reward.
So he's not hindering it, he's stalling it for our sake.
Yes, he thinks he's done
Okay.
really, really good, and you know, can he become one of us now? So that was interesting.
Just give a furrowed brow look like, what?
Yeah.
Imagine it was Corsetti that said that to him.
Okay, so I don't know if you know you're muted.
Damn it! I thought I fixed it. God.
You were just really silent. I think he doesn't know he's muted.
I've got.
Why is
the
he talking
news
over
today.
me?
I got a. Well, the weird part was I happened to be talking in the gaps, so
No one replied because we couldn't hear you.
We're just ignoring Queso.
We're just ignoring Alexander. It's just like, yeah, just ignore the dude that's sitting in the seat over there. It's fine.
The weird
Don't
one.
look him in the eyes. He won't know yeah.
Anyway, thank you for pointing that out. I got new headphones. They
You're
have like,
welcome.
extra buttons, and sometimes they get hit accidentally.
Fancy.
I thought you
yeah.
were a bit too silent for someone who probably remembers more than I do.
So yeah, Santiago was hoping we'd put in a good word. I ain't gonna bother. Not my business. But
Fair.
we got 2 matches on the blood. One for Thomas Riley, who's the parent of one of the disappeared children. The other being the disappeared children. His specifically, if I remember correctly. Frederick Riley.
I write this down
The
in my
kid.
notes.
Yeah, the claw sample that we found on the tree. That was
Nail. Okay.
yeah, the nail. That was the Frederick.
And it was not fully human, so the child's already been turned.
Yes, that was very much a kindred sample.
Damn.
And
Okay.
the other?
The other one was Thomas Riley, the scalp chunk that we got. That one belonged to Thomas Riley, who's the father of
The
Frederick.
father brought
father.
the child?
the father of the child.
That's...
The father of.
Frederick.
Hang on, look at my. I don't think it's Frederick. Hang on.
Freddie.
Randy
Randy.
Riley.
Oh, was it Randy Riley?
Yeah, Randy's the girl.
Okay.
Oh, father of Randy.
So the
So
father,
the father-
brought Randy to the location.
Okay, so either he was charmed or a thrall.
Yep.
Notes. She's just writing feverishly.
So we're going to have to go and investigate their family more closely.
Yeah, probably.
See if there's any... Well, apart from what we've established here with the 2 names that we found.
You want to join me?
They weren't from, quote unquote, the good part of town, right?
Right, they're from across the river.
Might
Not
see
down
if
by
we
the
can
river?
check their financial records, see if there's any suspicious movements of
Or pays.
yeah.
See, we need to find out whether the father is still alive.
That's also important to do.
He
Given the injury.
was marked as suspicious on the police report.
So assuming he's alive. Is he in custody or is he with his family?
He is not in custody.
Okay.
The investigation hasn't been allowed to sort of progress to arrest making. It's just at the gathering of information stage.
See, if I was a cop, I would immediately cast all suspicion on him for the kidnappings, but he's not the one that's doing the kidnappings. He's probably a victim in all of this too. Given the nature of all of this, I say that he's either been forced to do it, or given that he got his skull bashed in on the wall.
What if he was resisting?
That makes me think that he definitely didn't do it willingly if they injured him. We're going to have to go make a call to that family.
Yeah. Okay. Anything
Yeah,
else?
we add it to the list.
Add it to a list of all the things we need to do.
Mhm.
All right. What did you find? Anything interesting about the city?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. One specific thing, really. Well, two.
Yeah.
We discovered that the area. Hang on, let me look back at my notes again.
The area that's about where we discovered the U-boat.
Where did we
Was marked
discover
off.
the U-boat?
That was marked off as a biohazard disposal zone during the war.
Medical wastes, yeah.
Owned it by a Casper Bleacher.
Bleacher.
We need to
And-
start marking these things on where we found certain things on the map.
And
And
this is apparently during the war.
yes, and to top that off, he sold it to a Nazi officer during the occupation, a Dr. Wilhelm Huger.
We couldn't find much else on Wilhelm though. So after the war, it was signed off to Dr. Kruger.
So,
Alright.
given there's nothing else, like apparently all recorded history vanishes from that point onwards, I suspect that the good doctor himself is probably a kindred by us. That's what I think, anyway. Given that biohazard disposal zone, let's be real here, that's more likely to be unethical experiments under the table zone.
I think that's safe to say. Certainly heard enough about their forces to know most of it, if all of it, was unethical.
I've updated the map with the reference point for the area that was essentially bowled off or marked as medical waste.
Kindly.
You do not know where the U-boat area is. That detail was not on the maps. You know it's potentially roughly somewhere off of this tributary.
Yeah, I said somewhere in this area, not like
The park that you were in obviously was a bit further up, and you did travel south. So you've kind of moved like down this way into this sort of area where the sewers, I would say, is probably in this section here. So close to where the medical waste bit is, probably just to the north of that. If you were to make an educated guess.
That's what we've got at this point.
You could probably look into closer entrances to the sewers in that area. So we don't spend the entire night down sewers if we need to be down there.
Given that all the
also-
kidnappings took part near a sewer, suggests that they're using the sewers to get around to.
Side question: was it signed over to Dr. Kruger's estate, or is it? Because normally, if
It was signed over to them directly.
We'll sign over
Okay.
to them directly. And then all records of it, apart from that instance, vanish.
right,
Let me get Alexander, can you give me a... Could be a really rough roll for you. Give me like an int. Maybe int's not the right word. It's kind of weird because I kind of want you to recall something.
Academics?
Yeah, but it's more of a social thing to recall. Politics. Fuck it. Give me int politics. That'll do.
all right.
For all of us?
Nope. Okay. Just casually throwing 3 successes out there. You are aware that actually not too far away from the area that you currently live in, kind of in that harbor district, way to the south, there is kind of like a marshy runoff area there for like a storm drain.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bit of like a hobo shanty town kind of built up in parts of that. So perhaps this is partially from your police investigations and whatnot. There is a you might be familiar with this directly, but there is a bit of a rumor that some of the Nosferatu have established something of a what do they call it, like a subterranean city in the sewers, or at least live amongst the other outcasts in that kind of vicinity, where people literally live in like weird holes in the ground or tents under in the storm's drains and whatnot.
Okay.
I'm not saying that is, where you need to direct your efforts, but there might be people there that have knowledge of the sewer system. They might also be a little bit sketch.
Well, if we are gonna be moving through the sewers, we may be able to pick up a few pointers and rumors. There's a kind of a cohabitation is a strong word, but a place of gathering for a lot of the unhoused and Nosferatu connected to the sewers down by the swamps where the runoff leads to the... Where are we currently?
So you will probably be over in this direction, near the hospital. You probably just passed that. It's the important area near the school. That kind of sort of driving along the 213.
All right.
Well, I say the 213. The 213 seems to loop around. I don't know how your roads work, but basically, we'll assume you're driving in this direction along this big road.
Okay.
I will mark on the map the storm drain. Looking at down in that area.
You know?
Where? Oh, there's the text. There it is. Okay. But yeah, there's a place where people who may be more aware of the going-ons beneath the city would be gathering. But good luck getting to talk to them, though.
You have an in with them?
I might,
Yeah,
but
contacts.
not directly. I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said, do you have contacts? Don't you have a merit for?
I have a specialization for know a guy to find stuff. I have status.
So you
police,
you might know a guy.
Yeah, I might know a
You
guy
might
who
know
would
a guy.
know where to find something. But that's more of a I guess streetwise would be finding the right guy for it. So
It's like you're our best bet for getting in anyway.
I know where I could find where to start to get in.
It's definitely a
Yeah,
Hail
or
Mary
talkers.
option, though. Just
Yeah,
as a potential.
Yeah. And then our proper face could, leverage a little bit of this and that to get in. Kind of looking between Jordan and Seraphine.
Oh, no.
Because knowing that place, a little money's gonna go a long way.
Jordan is, you could probably see in like the dash mirror, just like scrunch his furrow his brow a bit as he's looking on the road.
I'm hearing Lilybell. Is that what was it? Like Lilybell?
Or Jordan's personal funds.
Somebody here has a very well padded wallet, and it's not Alexander.
No, I
Sugar
get it.
daddy.
I
Sugar daddy
have
Jordan.
a decent wallet. I have 2 in resources.
Saying that though, you scored 3 successes. Cash might not be the way to go with such a place.
It might be drugs. Blood.
Well, I wasn't going to quite go that far, but you know about them. That sort of society, money is less important than like useful things, and bartering tends to be. So like, food, batteries, equipment that can be utilized, they tend to be their own society, and thus things that might bribing regular society money, sure, but they're kind of like psychologically shunning that. So
Okay, so this isn't necessarily a gathering of necessity, but a gathering of choice?
Well, kind of both, but yeah. It would be... So, it's kind of people that have fallen, like... The non-Nosferatu that would be there are essentially long-term homeless, no chance of holding down a job, have been on the streets for their lives, maybe are recovering drug addicts or drug addicts in the right mind, but they literally have their own little city going on within a city. Like they'll practice their own rules. There'll be perhaps enforcers there that keep the peace, or an enforcer, or a designated air quotes lawman. They kind of stick to themselves, very untrusting of outsiders specifically.
We're gonna stop by a Marta 10 or something and grab
like
some tools and
society's
trade them.
Society's turned its back on them, so they've turned theirs kind of right back.
Mistrust goes both ways.
So, yeah, like, what's the polite word? Like, cash is good for society, but for these guys, cash is just a symbol of that thing that has been sort of left behind. Perhaps more important. Sure, drugs, definitely something you could barter with. Food, also. Perhaps blood, if you find the right people. And one of the reasons why it's a haven for Nosferatu is that everyone down there is weird, creepy, is an outcast of society. It's easier to blend in with those who are not the same as you, but certainly fall into a similar category as you. Perhaps one of the reasons why you're stuck to work in the nightlife, but you're not exactly like a normal, of air quotes, normal vampire, right? You're very quirky in your rights. You might not see it that way, but that kind of vibe. Every Nosferatu has their own version of it. Some of them are very physical, others are very like it manifests in the world around them, and yeah, it can also be the vibe they give off. So yeah, sorry, rando lore dump for what wasn't supposed to be like a huge thing, but yeah. If you've ever seen the Slum City documentaries and things like that, these sorts of sidetrack, these places exist in the US in places, and it's fucking weird, very, very weird. Big cities. I mean, you've got actual areas of neighborhoods that have been turned over to homeless people in certain cities. It's basically kind of an expansion on that kind of vibe. Fascinating though, fascinating. Sorry. Anyway,
bullshit anti-homeless architecture has not been implemented yet.
But it's the same people. Like you find people that live, like they will literally live in little cubbies that they've found, or a hole in the wall that they've been able to turn into an almost fully functioning small flat type environment. Like they'll have scavenged computers, they'll have water, they'll have channeled electricity off of the mains, and sort of it's fascinating seeing some of it. But yeah, anyway, sorry, that's a tangent and a half to start going down. I may have kind of went through a phase of watching random documentaries on this sort of subject, so yeah.
Cool.
It is cool. Right, anyway, there is potential there, is all I will say.
Resource dots still apply, but not quite the way we were expecting.
Correct.
Got it.
Yeah. Cash, no. Other things can still have value, definitely.
So I'm bringing down coupons instead. So,
like a shopping trolley full of stuff, you'd get mobbed.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to
gift
Best
card.
Buy. I'm gonna go to Best Buy and buy like 30 toasters and some Pokemon Go cards or something.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay.
continue driving. You arrive at the museum. It's close to midnight. Traffic is somewhat light, but this is a big city. There are millions of people that live here, so it's never truly quiet on these streets. The two bouncers that were there previously are still there at the sides of the door, the main entryway.
Do we have the museum on our map?
It is not currently, but I can put it on there for you. It is...
Just so we can, like, estimate, like, roleplay stuff. Especially because we can't be out anywhere when it's daytime.
Oh, we can wave to Cassetti from our base of operations. The Spaghetti Museum.
Biscotti.
No, Alexander.
Yeah.
When you have time, do you think you can do some more digging in on Wilhelm Kruger?
Yeah, probably.
I can't imagine
I can
there'd
help.
be a reason for us to not to look into that, because it's just people.
Yeah. If we don't find all the things we need to know here at in the Corsetti's lovely documents, I can certainly check to see if there's any possible modern aliases.
Mm-hmm. For all we know, he never became a vampire either, so...
Well, I feel like it's weird that the location doesn't have new owners, even if it was like a front.
Mhm.
Like, you live long enough, no one believes it's you anymore, so you'd have to pass it down or have it managed by an estate.
I don't have any of that information.
And not having that means it, for whatever reason, didn't change hands afterwards.
Well,
Also
the
just
thing
be
is,
the image of an estate, and he's just still out there somewhere.
we just don't. We feel like. Sorry, my throat is just fucking killing me right now. So
Dude,
we
it's
have
blood.
that. No, no, IRL. Fucking hell. We have that threat though, so likelihood is that we just need to pull a bit harder to get that rest of the information loose, so to speak. 'Cause this wasn't easy to find. This was, dare I say, luck that we found
I
this.
have to agree with that. It took a bit. They did not use the Dewey Decimal System, which was awful. So it was kind of a pain in the ass to find anything.
And this was just an article, just happenstance that their name was recorded down. Because otherwise, there was absolutely no record at all.
So this, so the land doesn't have a current owner. Or it was just
I don't know that we know that.
Zang, I don't.
because
Did
I
you find
feel
out
like
current
the
owner?
land ownership was what you guys were looking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were looking for the title.
But I
It
don't think we've
is...
seen if it transferred hands after that.
So... I don't think you were
So
looking
no,
at the modern stuff. You were looking at just the old stuff. But had you been
Okay.
looking at the modern stuff, it's since been essentially absorbed into generic residential property. It's kind of the sort of the vibe. It's
yeah.
I
Part of
definitely would have
council.
traced the timeline for that.
yeah.
see
So
how
what it would have gone to a length of time where it had been unclaimed, and then it would have been put up for auction, purchased by a developer of some kind that bought the area, and there was definitely a gap where no one claimed ownership. Probably, I can't remember the specifics, but I think between 10 to 20 years is sort of roughly the window that it would have been from sort of beginning to settle it to then redevelop it and whatnot. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything. The people who bought it have properties like across the city. So
okay, so it's not a suspicious purchase or anything.
Yeah, exactly. It essentially would have been picked up at auction by, we'll say, a conglomerate or a coalition of businesses that were buying parcels of land to develop on.
So I get the feeling, like, this is Joking voice, like voicing his thoughts. It's not what's on the land, it's what's below it. And I think what's below it has been carefully hidden, that the day-to-day just can't just stumble upon it.
That's right. I think we had a no on surface access.
Correct.
Yeah.
Of the tree.
Yes. So whatever's happening up top is irrelevant. I feel like that is, well, there was probably a building there at some point during the occupation that's long since gone, but everything is in the sewers, according to my hunch.
Okay.
Not a bad hunch.
Well, more like actual prophetic visions, but, the hunch.
Skills.
The vibes.
And I don't like the vibes.
That's the word, right? That's the word they use nowadays.
Have you been listening to Psychic?
I'm trying. Okay.
Well, the thing is, though, some of those psychics are actually right on, because they have certain qualities that we might share.
Like some of yours.
No, they're vampires.
Mm.
They can manipulate you into thinking that, oh, you're right, I do have a child called Jimmy. Wow, he's calling to me from beyond the grave.
Don't like that.
Well,
It's quite lucrative. And they can't prove otherwise. That's the benefits of being a psychic.
Yeah.
No thanks. Although it'd be pretty funny for them against one of us.
Also, why do you think most of them happen to be at night? Think about that.
Mm.
Call the number now. You see it in your phone at 2 o'clock in the morning. Some psycho hoodoo.
I don't get those messages on my phone.
Oh,
I don't
on
have
television.
much of an internet access on my phone.
On television. It's late night television.
I
This
don't
is where all
have
the-
television either.
Right. So, do you know what a television is, right?
I have seen the advertisements walking by houses.
Okay, so late night television is where they put on junk, pretty much, and some of that junk is call now to get your palm read or whatever.
Mm-hmm. How do they read your palm if you're not there to read the palm?
Well, basically they do a psychic reading over the phone, right? Not
But they can't
palm
look
per
at your
se.
palm.
Well, not your palm, but like they go, oh, what is your name? Ooh, I feel like I'm getting a call from beyond. Ooh. And then they pull off their vampire hoodoo on them, and then they convince them that they're convinced that, ooh, things are so true. And then they give him $500.
Just with what Jordan was saying, that kind of sounded like dominate, the thing.
I don't
Dominate
know
all.
what this has to do with palm ratings.
Well, I'm
At
just
this
saying.
point, he's taking the piss out of you.
He's just like squints.
Wide-eyed look. Totally innocent.
You could go to the circus at night and talk to the old lady with the crystal ball.
Oh, they hear a lot of things at circuses.
And then Jordan looks back at just looks at all of us. Yeah, we are a circus, to be fair.
Yeah.
A detective, a scientist, a bartender, a investigator walk into a bar.
Two of them go unnoticed. Did the other two actually walk in?
Yeah. We're probably.
Can you prove it?
Cameras
That's a
suggest
job,
otherwise. Okay.
Where the fuck that voice come
He's
from?
having a bit of fun at the moment.
You guys are just having this little back and forth in the car. The bouncers are going to be watching you, like, just sort of looking.
Oh right, we had parked in
I
front of
totally
me.
forgot we arrived.
So you know what? I thought we were driving. I thought we were driving still. Oh my god.
It's fine. It makes for good comedy. You guys just fucking chilling. The little pitter patter of rain in the middle of the night. You just the windscreen wipers going back and forth. You arguing about palm reading and other fucking bullshit. It's good. You're forming a little tight group. It's all good. They will occasionally kind of like touch their earpiece, kind of nod, still looking in your direction.
Yeah. I think we need to go back and go in now.
Looking at the time, it's ticking down to like 11:58.
Yep.
11:59.
Yep. Let's go.
We won't need a psychic to know what will happen. We feel late.
Okay. You make your way in. Bouncers will open the door for you. One of them will say, Miss Cossetti is expecting you.
Thanks.
Jordan
Blowing a
will
kiss
make
on a
somewhat
wing.
terrified face and goes, "Yep."
You make your way up. The receptionist will let you in, and she'll be like, "You make for a dramatic entrance. Nearly didn't make it at all." He's expecting you.
What is a whiter shade of pale?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
I don't know. I find her secretary equally
Alabaster.
You start to like goes like translucent and kind of a little bit floppy.
Do you spend a point of vitae to actually lose blood to your face? Like
anti-blush. So you step into the office.
Yeah.
Yep.
Slowly.
Cossetti will not even look up from her desk. Come in, be seated. There are chairs arranged in front of her desk for you. Tell
For
me.
the delay. It was my fault. I was being brought up to speed on some things.
There'll be a, perhaps noticing this for the first time, but there is a tall grandfather clock just off to the side, ticking.
Tall grandfather in the corner.
Yeah. The pendulum slowly swaying back and forth. Tick, tick, tick. And she'll look at the time just as it ticks to midnight. And she was saying, it would appear you were exactly on time.
Fuck. Out of character.
There is a certain elegance to being exactly where you're supposed to be, exactly when you are expected. Now, you've asked for this meeting. What do you have to report?
Okay, yes, ma'am. Okay, so, several informations has occurred that, you, might, need to know of. So, we have a definite reason that, Nazis from the occupation are involved in the kidnapping of the children.
You said Nazis?
Yes.
There have been tags.
It will be like a soft, almost chuckle, and you kind of see a small smirk rise on her face. Very well, that was not a direction I was expecting. Continue.
Found a disassembled U-boat in the sewers south of the brothel house. La Boheme. Boheme?
A brothel house?
Sorry.
I thought he said Waffle House.
I thought you
Sorry.
said I was going to say that. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Sorry, it's not a brothel house. My
To Waffle House now.
my
Just gonna-
brain is not
Burlesque
brain.
bar.
Yeah.
Burlesque bar. Yeah, I'm sorry. My brain is not braining.
It's alright. She's gonna kind of. Indeed, that was my
But-
understanding.
Burlesque. Sorry, man.
It is something of an older concept. I understand that you fresher-faced individuals might not quite understand the concept, but yes, it can be raunchy, but it is not quite prostitution.
Yes, I understand. Yes. So we have also found out that the area that we suspect that they might be their base of operations might be in. Well, pull out the map, and this was marked off as during the occupation as a biohazard disposal zone owned by a Casper Bleacher, who then sold it to a officer in the Nazi occupation, Dr. Wilhelm Kruger, which we happen to find by complete luck, as all records have been scrubbed and or disappeared, and their system down at the city
Did you
is
say
absolutely abysmal.
Kruger?
Kruger, yes.
Her brow will kind of furrow a little bit. Some of the smooth skin on her brow kind of cracking like dried paint as she does so.
You know the name.
I had an interest in a particular type of collectibles several decades ago now. I have, amongst my personal collection, an interest in certain histories. one might say, forbidden histories. This name is familiar to me. You mentioned something about a land area being assigned or sold to this Kruger?
Yeah.
The area. Yeah. Go ahead.
Out of character, Sass, go on.
The area above is currently residential. It is to the south of Le Bohème. Well, to the southwest of Le Bohème.
There were certain organizations within the regime that investigated things beyond the normal understandings of what was considered science at the time. Further still, there were elements within this specific group who disturbed their colleagues further. There was something of an obsession with the supernatural. That obsession was taken further by some. Kruger was such an individual.
Alexander, Seraphine, do you want to pass on what you found out at the precinct?
Yes, so we were able to cross-reference some of the evidence that we gathered, and we were able to link blood at the videoed crime scene with a Thomas Riley, excuse me, and at the location near La Bohème we were able to recover a nail that was stuck in a tree that was it in the sewer. I don't care.
There was a swastika carved into that tree.
Yes, into a tree with a swastika that had been carved into it. That mostly matched one of the missing children, but was definitely kindred. Yes. Sorry. Yes.
This is troubling. I have
Oh, and do we want to pass on that information to what's her face?
Well, she's the one hiring us. Go ahead and pass it on.
She'll nudge Alexander with her. Sorry, Alexander. With her, sorry, that's our next door neighbor. She'll nudge him in the ribs and be like, tell her, because she's not gonna tell her, but about the guy.
No,
elbow,
that was what was fucking muted.
elbow.
That was what I was muted for.
Yeah.
Alexander was like, he wanted us to pass it along, and I said, I ain't gonna touch that.
Yeah. Okay. She's just gonna be like elbow into Alexander's ribs.
I'll say it. Jordan will look at the two of them.
Go for it.
Santiago wants a good boy treat.
Interesting way of putting it.
Accurate way of putting it.
He says, did I do a good job? Do I get my reward now? Reference to what
I know
you
what
might,
he
might
wants.
have problems, Tim.
To put a good word in.
Once this is all
Put a
cleared
good
up,
word
he
in.
will get what he deserves.
Seraphine's not gonna say anything. She's not even gonna question it.
I
She
really
knows
want
what
to
that might
insight
mean.
that.
She's just like, no.
I really want to insight that. Deserves is not exactly
That
the
is
same as
no.
wants.
No.
See, that is multi-layered, 1000%.
Can I insight that?
Yeah, that's what.
Can I sing?
Yeah,
Wits
yeah.
empathy.
Yeah, let's
I think it
insight.
is. Isn't it wits empathy? No.
It's
Perception is wits composure, but wits feels like the technical thought
Yeah,
process,
it
and
does,
then
doesn't
empathy
it?
being
Yeah,
the social.
I'm happy with that.
Okay.
wits, empathy, and can I use my specialization in lies?
Sure. Although
Okay.
she ain't lying, so I guess lies would potentially apply to what isn't a lie,
I
right?
use my specialization in people watcher.
Oh, I didn't add the one. You roll an additional d10. Let me roll that one more time.
Oh.
Okay, so 4.
Oh, so close.
All of you get the distinct impression that his fate may not be entirely what he thinks it is.
Understood. Mhm.
She definitely scares me a little bit.
She's going to kind of like pause, and you can see the sort of the tension that is manifesting across her frame. Like her knuckles, when I say her knuckles begin to kind of like, her fists ball, her knuckles crack, I mean quite literally, like the oil like painting texture of her skin kind of cracks the way she puts more pressure on it, and she kind of, after a moment, will look up at you all. Do you understand? If anyone outside of this circle, and she'll kind of like wave her finger around the group here, any outside of this circle gets wind of what it is you discovered, never mind my fellow regents being unhappy. The prince herself would see this put to an end swiftly.
Of course.
That
I
does not
understand, ma'am.
necessarily. Sometimes the swiftest and cleanest way to silence a problem is to remove it completely and all who know about it. You understand?
Oh.
Mhm.
I'm just nodding.
There are things that sleep for decades for a reason. These things, when they awaken, tend not to forget.
He looks at Calico. Out of character, Sass, did we want to ask about the was it bloodline that was bloodlines that were disgraced or discarded? You know, they were
Bloodlines that may have ties to Nazis as well, I think it was.
yeah.
We
So the cursed cursed bloodlines too.
Are you
Ooh, the
mentioning
seven, out of
it?
character 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you mentioning the 7 to her?
Like, there's a
We
part of me
don't-
that wants to, but there's also another larger part that is terrified of what happens if we like just slide a fucking business card with the Roman numerals over it.
That off egg white color, that slightly raised gold lettering. She starts to sweat.
She licks her nips nervously.
Trying to remember.
God damn.
Oh my god.
I'm never letting that one go.
It's so awesome though, dude. Like it's hilarious.
It was a good one,
that slipped. So out of character, I feel like in
I think we
Jordan's naivety, he probably would mention it, but he
Calico wouldn't know any better either, honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't
And
know
it's
anything about this.
Seraphine would know shit.
Only thing we know about this is that it's not something that we would openly like research, right?
Yeah.
It's something sort of like,
Almost
if
a
we
taboo.
found out.
You're aware it's a very
know
taboo
the seven
subject.
because of, was it the Caligo's crit from last week? Where it was like,
No, it was the dream thing.
it was the dream.
Yeah, so it was thanks to Jordan, I think, that you've got the 7 information.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, I didn't put
Yeah.
the dream part in my notes. I forgot about that.
You did.
Yeah, so the
It
7
was-
came
So
it
from.
we
was
don't
part of
know
the blood
enough
memory.
about it to know that it's probably a terrible idea to bring it up.
That's probably fair. She has, whilst you're kind of like having a think, she's reaching into one of her drawers and she pulls out this very ornate, very old looking chalice and a knife. Before we continue, we all will make a promise.
Okay.
Terrified.
No.
Information that we discover
Yeah.
will be kept amongst us until such time as the problem is solved. Have no other choice but to divulge it. A simple promise is sufficient. Take knife and cut a palm,
What?
pouring it into the chalice. I swear on this bond. Off the knife.
I'll take it.
After
I've got
she's
my
dripped
hand.
a little bit of vitae into the chalice, she'll kind of push it over to the other side of the desk.
Certainly important enough for this, and I will cut my hand and drip some vitae into it as well.
On at the next.
Following Caligo's lead, he will do the same.
Poor Alexander's got to cut his mouth open.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it
Alexander takes the
begrudgingly.
knife and pulls off the glove to reveal the mouth, and the mouth opens and the tongue kind of lulls out, and he just kind of like runs a cut down the tongue and lets it drip off into the bowl.
Seraphine's like face is like shocked to begin with, but then curious, but then realizing she has to use the knife after that, and she's like, okay. And you can see like the look on her face as she has to cut. It's like, oh god, oh god, oh god. And then she's like looking at Alexander like, I fucking hate you.
He smiles.
Today has not been her day.
That's That's hilarious.
Does Seraphine cut her hand though?
Yeah.
The lady doth protest, but then does it. Do you all contribute
Yes.
to your vitae? Remove a
so
point
George-
of vitae, by the way, from your sheet.
Gordon looks at Alexander and his hand mouth and goes, "Do you have to brush its teeth?"
Yeah, actually, I do.
It's important.
How does that?
Right?
How does that work? Put the glove back on, please. I'm confused.
She'll take the knife off of you, Seraphine, as the last of the kindred to contribute their vitae to the cult.
That's on point, sis.
You will stir the vitae in the chalice. She will then take a sip, offering it to each of you in turn.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like waiting as like John takes a sip, like yeah, sip his mouth blood.
It's just a bit weird. Alexander drinks it normally.
Can I get a point of willpower back for following this order?
Oh,
being
drink begrudgingly.
submissive? Yeah, sure.
Yes. Okay.
I would drink it
That's
begrudgingly.
right.
Being submissive, whether you
Yeah.
like it or not.
Yeah.
I didn't write shit.
So we're bound.
But I'm also gonna be.
You are essentially you will feel kind of like a surge of power, and perhaps a little bit of a thrill. This might be the first time that you've really, outside of your siring, tasted the vitae of another kindred. It has a certain sweetness to it. It also is a little bit, dare I say it, naughty. One of the traditions,
Naughty.
one of your traditions dictate that you are forbidden from devouring the heart's blood of another of your kind. There is a little,
Did I know
Real.
that?
it's you all are aware of these traditions, but it's blood magic and it's freely offered, so you know it's not. Essentially, it's a grey area. You've kind of got permission.
It's the exception to the rule.
Yeah, like aggressively doing it and essentially killing another kindred. That's probably bad. But this is, blood magic. It's kind of a grey area. But the beast, your inner animal, will kind of almost. There'll be a little quiver of excitement from it. The thrill of giving in to more bestial desires, natural instincts. A little buzz, perhaps. She will, once you've all taken. We are locked on this course now. We rise or fall together.
Same thing.
I do have something to add. I don't know if it's pertinent, but
Yeah.
it's weird to describe, but I had a vision, not on my
Yeah.
own.
Is this not one of the reasons why you were brought into this crew for your unique talents?
It's
Really-
something far outside, more like
Substance.
memories of blood from my ancestors, from what they wanted.
This is This is a gift that has only ever been theorized.
Don't know if it's luck or providence, but does VII mean anything?
There's like a... I'm not even going to get any of you to roll. There is, like, keep in mind she doesn't breathe, but she kind of almost forgets herself for a moment and has, like, this very sharp intake of breath. Her body can still go through the motions, even if she doesn't require the air to actually live.
Jordan will go ghost white. He's like, I'm sorry, I did not.
Or not.
This vision, were you one of them?
Yeah.
Zhang, how was it described? Was I one of them, or was I?
It was like you were discovering a text about them, not
like
a scholar kind of archaeology type vibe, as opposed to you taking part in the rituals. It was like you were seeing the story, if you will.
Right. Yeah. So I'll describe it as it's more like a scholar coming across an ancient tomb, uncovering a story like hieroglyphics on a wall.
That is something at least.
There was I heard a voice, not that I could utter, but it gave me understanding too.
Yep.
And he will repeat what was said: the descendants of a king brought to ruin long-forgotten land, a pact that had been broken, transgression will be punished forevermore. Something about a curse, ancient relic, an ancient place, ancient bloodline.
You believe this to be tied to our current problems?
Well, we were discussing avenues of pursuit when the vision itself happened. I don't know if it's connected, but forgive me, your reaction to the mere mention of the word, I feel that this is a very bad thing. We don't know what it is.
Initially, we were discussing bloodlines that may have connections with Nazis and how far back it goes.
The blood called to you with knowledge. Suppose it would make sense if they were connected to them. She'll kind of pause for a moment. I don't know. Little is known that is factually able to be confirmed about the group known as Seven. Rumors, stories, nothing ever concrete. They are, you'd believe it, in places sometimes known as a boogeyman or a equivalent of a story you would frighten a babe with to set them. But if even some of these rumors are to be believed, then they are probably or possibly one of the biggest threats to our kind that exists in the world. My understanding is from a story that was passed on, there was a king who had made a bargain with an ancient one of our collective line. They would work together. He would stave off a sickness within this king, grant him the embrace when times were appropriate. The Ancient One used this king, bloated themselves with the king's resource, leaving him but a pauper, and then ultimately betrayed him. The king had 7 sons, each vowing in their own right to enact revenge on those that they sought, or those that they saw as betrayers. Outside of that, wisps, shadows, fleeting images, markings here, there, showing up throughout history, people going missing, the symbol that you mentioned being seen. If true, they are involved in this, it means true death. It means anarchy. However, I know a little of what Kruger was involved in. She... Oh, the music for this, hang on. There's a little bit too jovial.
Child soldiers.
Did it have anything to do with what, sorry?
Child soldiers.
Huh. As you well know, and she'll kind of like get up and go to a what appears to be kind of like a cupboard door at the back of her office, and will move a little device, open it, and there will be a little scanner. She'll stick her thumb to it, utter a word that is barely perceptible, and there will be a loud click, followed by sound of shifting metal, and a door will open. A very, very thick door. Show you my personal archives. Step into the vault that leads beyond the thick door.
I'm gonna make a stupid comment. I hope it's better organized in City Hall.
It is my personal collection. Things that I have an interest in, but I would not wish tarnished by others' eyes.
And I'm
I
sure
take
it's
that as a yes,
impeccable.
Caligo.
That I'm sure it's impeccable.
Okay, I'll get up and follow at a respectful distance.
The chambers beyond are...
Scary.
Essentially, it is a... So you use some of it. Parts of it are very minimal. There are things on display, paintings, artifacts, treasures, and whatnot. You'll You continue to walk. Like, this area is a lot big. Like, you would guess that maybe half of the upper floor of this museum is this locked area. And she will lead you through to a bit of a side area, we'll say. Inside will be rows upon rows on one wall of tiny little wooden drawers, varying sizes, but a very old-fashioned kind of organization system. Off of that, there are sort of rows upon rows of what would appear to be old filing, paperwork, that kind of vibe. There are relics, I will say, from the Reich. There is memorabilia, there is uniforms, there are gold bars that stack, probably worth millions.
Called it. Out of character. Called it.
She will go over to one of the slightly wider drawers and pull out a very old file. One of those old paper files that has been kind of not sealed, but has the cord that sort of wraps around the button kind of vibe. And she'll sort of very gently place it down and then begin to open it. My understanding of Kruger, that he was working on a superior bloodline, echoing sentiment that was rife at that time, but not necessarily through kindred bloodlines. But he believed that a bloodline could be perfected. It was part of, well, he was a part of an element within the SS. His belief was that he could create this bloodline that he referred to. She'll kind of like look down through the paperwork. Ah, yes. A descendant of the Gangrel bloodline. A spur, if you will, called the Koppenbruge.
Didn't Jordan say, and would look at Seraphine, go, didn't that blood sample that you gathered, that was Gangrel, but not one that we recognized?
Correct. Correct.
called?
I don't know if you heard me or
Sorry.
not.
Yeah, you almost whispered it.
Sorry.
Sorry. The Oppenbruge line is ancient and twisted. He believed that you could utilize the appearance of innocence to, yeah. He believed that you could use the innocence corrupt city without needing to shed blood, or at least minimize it. I liked to use children for his experiments. And she'll kind of like be reading this from the notes that she's got in front of her. Called these innocents once turned bison kind. Sounds like they have risen once again.
Oh, I got really close with that spelling.
So, sorry, Jordan will voice out loud. So we have the cop in Bruges, the child-like, and the children that have been kidnapped. The evidence of this gangrel that we don't have any recordings of. Clear Nazi involvement.
Yes.
Could it be the same doctor, or did someone take up his mantle?
I don't know. My records only go back so far. The information I have was gleaned from the escaping, retreating.
This is no indication that a body of this doctor was ever found.
No information as to whether, if or when he died.
No.
And
it would not surprise
given...
me if he had been betrayed, but...
Could it be? Well, given that his research into the vampires, to kindred, it's likelihood that he is a kindred himself now. Just simply put, so it would give him a very long life and effectively an infinite amount of time to perfect his research.
These are all things I do not have information of. But if they have risen again, it is at someone's behest. The Weisenkind are not the instigators. They are more like little better than puppets, being told where to go, who to, or what grab. They favor adding children to their ranks. This pattern has happened before. I've seen it in the old news reports during the occupation.
Horrible.
So, someone who's happening, but for what end? And would Devon be connected to this?
Have you ever experienced torpor?
Yes.
Tell me, when you woke up, was your mind much different to that when you went to sleep? Did your torpor give you reason to question your motives, question your reasoning, question your purpose in any way? Or did you simply wake up not too dissimilar to as you were?
I woke up very different from what I was. I don't think I'm the right one to answer that question. When I was put into torpor, my was broken.
It's been my experience that going into torpor for a long period of time can indeed kind of like pause, looking at Caligo briefly, and then can heal. It can cause difficulties, but it does not fundamentally change who you are. Especially if your mind was set on a particular purpose. If this doctor was indeed kindred, they had been forcibly put into torpor and were now just waking up. See no reason why they should change their convictions. They've simply been on hold. That is speculation. They could easily have been betrayed.
Somewhere we need to keep an open mind in this.
I would suggest that whoever is pulling the strings behind the wise and kind is certainly dangerous, perhaps single-minded, and is perhaps a very ancient threat. And if they are in some way involved with Devon, then our troubles have just increased exponentially.
What happens to child kindred? I don't know how to phrase this.
Turning a child is strictly forbidden. Embracing a child. You are responsible. That child will not age from the moment they are turned. They are stuck in that form. Could you imagine going decades, centuries, stuck within the form of a child?
I imagine sometimes it'd be hard to be stuck in this body for decades.
Your mind would develop, but your body would stay the same. We might feast on those who are our lessers. Turning children is something that certainly give way our humanity. Don't think?
Mm-hmm. I was wondering more, since these children are already turned, what would happen with them after, provided everything goes ideally.
If they are of this bloodline, the Poppenbruch, they will be eliminated. They are little better than feral animals. They will be dealt with in the way a term that you would be familiar with. Have you ever experienced one of our kind that has given way to the beast within, that has truly let themselves go of their humanity?
Not yet.
They're little better than a rabid animal. Little thought or concern for those around them, caring only for their next feed, their next. They are a threat to the masquerade and will be dealt with accordingly.
So they are beyond help.
Oh, irrevocably.
Besides, I feel like it would be a cruelty to keep them alive regardless.
Victims of whoever is responsible for this experimentation. There is a reason this line was thought to be extinct.
Understood.
You might think it a cruel measure, but it is a kindness. It is trouble enough to be stuck in a body like this for the long dark.
It is unfortunate, but I understand.
Well, it would appear that we have things to consider. I would suggest going to find wherever these creatures are holed up and deal with
I believe
the rat's
Alexander has
nest.
over there.
I have a what?
I believe you have an in that aspect.
Yes, we have
Over there.
a few threads we can pull on to zero in.
Need to check in with the Rileys too,
Mm-hmm.
given that they are rather directly connected now. They may need to be, in the circumstances, they may need to be removed from the equation. As sad as that is. If you know, say they may be a threat to the masquerade.
Seraphine just feels woefully inexperienced right now.
Jordan is just following the cues of the conversation, but he feels sick to his stomach.
Protecting the masquerade is the single most important tradition that we kindred have. More important than your lives is more important than mine. Comes to it,
Right.
do what you need.
I thought you'd be dealing with it.
Everyone's avatars just disappeared on the thing for some reason. You all hear me still?
Those were past
Oh.
time.
Oh, okay. It's fine. I think I can still hear you guys. Discord didn't die. It just all the avatars just went, and we're done. Okay.
The avatars are like, hey, we agreed to stop at 6. Like,
Essentially, she's gonna wrap it up there and be like, you understand what you need to do.
Yeah.
All the gifts. Just seen the Discord.
It's good, isn't it?
It's very good. Right. Indeed, we will. Unless there's any further questions, we
no.
can wrap things up there. I think she's been pretty succinct.
I think we need to go out again and take a look at stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
Cold it though.
Might be getting a bit too late to do it tonight, though, so.
Okay.
You need
You
to stop
probably-
and buy a computer for someone.
We're gonna go
Yeah.
stop by a computer, and I feel like that, given probably the importance, we should probably go see Riley's ASAP as before they are probably taken care of.
I don't want to bother them at like 2 o'clock in the morning, though. That's probably
Well, we don't really
bad
have.
taste.
Well, there's always doing it discreetly. We've got 2 obfuscate characters that can break and enter no problem.
Yeah, not me.
Interview by candlelight. Let's go.
Interview or just kill? That's the question.
All right. We are going to wrap things up there, guys. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for playing. Thank you guys for hanging out with us in the chat, as always. Very much appreciated. If you guys could drop me a DM with who you think deserves a table beat, we will deal with that at the start of next session. If you guys are watching this, do feel free to drop us a comment below about who you think deserves a community beat. So pick your favorite player and or character for a standout moment. Unfortunately, it cannot be me because I do not get beats as the storyteller, so it would have to be one of the players. But if we do get any comments, I will make sure to read those and allocate a beat accordingly at the start of next session as well. So all that remains to say is thank you for being here, thank you for playing, thank you for hanging out with us. We should be back on Sunday with some more Lost World shenanigans. So until then, please do take it easy, and as always, if it's easy, take it twice. Cheers, guys. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.